Well, when Tahupōtiki Wirumuratana first helped establish the Maori seats back in 1868, he could hardly have imagined that they would become as important in the political landscape as they are this year. Today we're going to look at the candidates vying for Maori seats, and to help me with their expert analysis we have political scientist Rawiri Taonui, Anne-Maria Baj and commentator Willie Jackson. So let's start with the seat with the most votes to win, Tāmaki Makaurau.
Ko Tāmaki Makaurau te rohe pāpaku o ngā tūru Māori, engari he tokomaha ngā tāngata. Mai te pokapū o te taone, heke iho ki te tonga o Tāmaki. Tōna haurua o te hunga mahi i te rohe nei, he tino māraurau. Ā, he nui ngā kaimahi tari, he te muwhakahaere hoki. Koinei te tino rohe mo ngā tohu māraurau, me ngā utu a tau o roto mai ngā kaipōti i ngā tūru Māori. Ko te kaipupuri i te tūru o Tāmaki Makaurau, ko tākuta Peter Sharples. Ko ia tētahi o ngā kaiarahi o te pāti Māori, ā, ko ia hoki te minita mo ngā take Māori. Nei tā reipa tino tangata Māori, ko Shane Jones, e whakarata ana i te hunga mahi tari i Tāmaki. Engari kua rere ngā heitara mōna nā tāna hoko kiriata karihika me tōna kāri moni minita nei i te marama o hune. O kerea mapene he minita mata pūputu o rātana, ā i tēnei tau i whakatau e ia ko hone harawira te whakatinanatanga o te kitenga o rātana, e huri o mata ki te nota, ka mahu tāke he taitama tāne e mauana ki te triti. Kaori roa ka huri a kereama hei mema momana. Ko tā te pāti kākāriki ko Mikaere Curtis, he kaihanga pū manawa rorohiko e ngā kau nui ana ki te ao hangarau, ngā punaha kawe tangata i Tāmaki, me ngā raru a ngā taiohi.
Well, the recent Te Karere Digipoll, Willie Jackson, had Peter Sharples well ahead of Shane Jones. You say Shane Jones is toast. Tell us why.
Oh, no, it's all over for Shane in Auckland. No doubt about it. You can't come back from 35% behind. That was a very legitimate poll. We're talking about over 400 people polled. And it's a shame, really, because Shane was in the race there for a while. He was 6% behind, I think, about 5 or 6 months ago. But Peter Sharples has worked like anything in Auckland. You know, the door knockers are everywhere, and he's been at every hui going. We haven't seen Shane, unfortunately. So a great talent, no doubt about it, but you know, no chance in Auckland, and I think his political career really is at a crossroads.
Do you agree with that, Maria Baj? You had some pretty stern comments about his political leadership ambitions last time we spoke. The poll quite revealing now. Do you agree with Willie Jackson?
Yeah, I think what I was referring to previously was about the Labour leadership, and so it was in that context. But certainly I think Peter Sharples still has that very broad appeal. This is an electorate with a lot of professionals. A lot of them are dealing with the issues of the Auckland super city, whether it's taking Māori seriously, and I think so Peter Sharples has been engaged in some of that, which I think helps.
Rawiri, you predicted a Māori party, mana party split. That doesn't seem to have happened this time. Why do you think that is?
Oh, I didn't actually predict that, but it was said. I think what's happened instead of mana and Māori splitting between them, mana's taken votes from both the Māori party and Labour, but more from Labour, and Peter Sharples' buffer from the 2008 election is going to see him through. And the other thing is that he's got such a huge personal track record going all the way back to Wani Waititi in those days in the 1960s that he's clearly the best candidate. Shane Jones has been hobbled by poor Māori-oriented policy from Labour about superannuation, asset sales and those sorts of things. They've got general policies but not Māori-specific ones, and it's really over.
Because, Willie Jackson, the Mana Party, their candidate, it doesn't seem to have eaten into either of the leading sort of candidates, especially Peter Sharples.
Yeah, I think Mana will be reasonably happy with what he polled, though. He was 14%, and Kelly or Kiriama Pene is not well known in Auckland, so it's a reasonable poll for him and a reasonable party poll, and I think Labour will be tremendously disappointed with
Okay, we have to move on, but Peter Sharples, we agree that he's likely to take this seat, yes?
Absolutely, no doubt.
Okay, well, let's head a little south now to Hauraki Waikato.
Ko tainui te ingoa o te rohe nei I tōna wā, a ko tōna hoaranga mai I ngā wai o manukau ki Waiheke, whiti atu ki Hauraki ki Waihi. E ai ki ngā tatauranga nui whakamutu ngā he pūhau tonu te taupori, a rua te kaumārua te tau toharite. Whakaraurua te tūpono kari te tangata I whai mahi ana, a mena ka whai mahi, he mahi ringa raupā. He rohe e kaha pupuri ana e reipa, i riro i ana nai a māhuta tēnei tūru i te pōtitanga whakamutunga. Waru rau e waru te kaumā waru ngā pōti i waenga nui i a rāua ko Angeline Greensill. Aha koa kei te whakataitai anō rāua, kua whakawhiti ke a Angeline mai i te pāti Māori ki te pāti o mana. He tauhau ko tau Bruce Mātaki kua mahuta ake hei kanohi mo te pāti Māori. He hoia ia o mua i te ope taua, engari kua huri hei kaimahi Pākihi agitu.
Maria Barge, do you expect Nanaia to retain her seat?
I think she should be pretty confident about this election. She's an experienced politician. She's been around with the Labour Party since '96 and she's well known. She's the person people go to in the electorate when they want things done.
Because Rawiri Taonui, Angeline Greensill, the Mana Party this time around, candidate for the Mana Party, she's been there before and she's lost quite a few times before. You don't see that changing this time?
No, but she was pretty close last time, and I think what's happening here is the opposite from Auckland. Rather than Mana taking votes from Labour, in Waikato they're taking it from the Maori Party. So she's scoring quite well, I believe, but it's not going to be enough to take the seat.
OK, well, let's head further south to Ikaroa Rāwhiti, and Jodie Ihaka has been out on the campaign trail.
Ikaroa Rāwhiti is the first to see the sun. The East Coast electorate extends from the East Cape of the North Island to Wellington and takes in Gisborne, Hawke's Bay and the Wairarapa. The Māori tribes include Ngāti Porou, Rongo Whakaata, Mai Tamanuhiri and Ngāti Kahungunu. Marae Investigates arrives in Gisborne to find iwi abuzz with native affairs. Māori Party hopeful Ngā Raihania basks in the glory.
Look, this is me. This is me. In 1980, I was at this kura and we won the Moaska Cup from Tipene. I know Tūroro will not like that, but however...
Is politics like playing rugby?
I think rugby's harder, quite frankly. The thing about politics which I'm really strong is just being straight up, telling the straight kōrero. You know, too many people do the left, right sort of thing. And that's me. I just call it as I see it, and some people don't like that, but it's better to be straight up. My old nanny taught me, put it on the table, and we'll just figure it out from there.
Māori Party shows support by pulling out the big guns.
Kia ora Tariana, what did you make of Ngā's performance?
He's got that confidence, and I think that if you've got that, it really does help you. I was never that confident when I first went into Parliament. In fact, it probably took me a good 3 years to gain confidence. So, you know, we're lucky really, and, you know, they're just looking at him, looking at the young ones who are coming through on the list. They're so confident, they blow me away.
How do you feel as a father about your son going into such a, I guess, could be perceived as quite a nasty business, being a politician?
Oh, I don't see it as nasty. Someone's got to do it. No, but for me, seeing him going into that, I'd never dreamt it. Never dreamt it, any of my children, really.
Do you think he's going to win it?
I hope he does, because he's got his heart in it, and we're all behind him. We're backing him all the way. It's best of luck to him.
Mana Party candidate Tāwhai McClutchy slipped out into the night. We found him the next day campaigning hard out in Ruatoria.
Just mock up so you can get a photo.
Tāwhai is in his 60s, worked on oil rigs and farms specialising in organics. He won't tell me if he's married or exactly how many children he has, but he's happy to talk mana.
On this side with the thing and start ramming that other side, the hole or whatever.
We meet at his electorate office, the store in Ruatoria.
Oh, kapai, how mate? I was born into politics. The treaty has never ever been honoured. I see it as a kurawai for Hone Harawira, because what he believes in is what the people believe in as well.
Are you pissed off that he didn't come to your debate though? Has he been here to support you?
Look, I'm never ever pissed off with that man. You know, Hone is a great leader, and Hone has taken us through many of our meetings that we've done up and down the country. Now, people have changed from the Maori and Labour vote, honestly, to come with mana.
Tawhai McClatchy is ranked 7 on the mana list. His chances of getting to Parliament are slim.
Yes, of course, I'm popular, my dear, I'm popular. Kia ora hoa.
We were approached by the rangatahi who want more political diversity.
Strategically, if Greens had put forward a candidate, could have had a very good outcome based on the issues we're being faced as an iwi right now.
Ngāti Porou, iwi radio station in Ruatoria, have been hosting candidates' discussions.
People are quite familiar with the three of them. They have profiles in Ngāti Porou. They're all strong Ngāti, come from strong Ngāti Porou families. They he kanohi kitea, so they're seen around and about at hui, doing things in the community.
Labour's foreshore and seabed fallout continues. Parekura Horomia was the 40th Minister of Māori Affairs and is considered one of the most beloved Māori politicians at Parliament. He was tipped to leave before this election, but says he'll stay and see the new term out.
And I have a real concern, not saying that I can save the world, about where we're going, you know, in post-treaty times and this new era of modernisation, and what's happening to a lot of our rangatahi, you know, they're disengaged from all the opportunities. And I think it needs some hardcore leadership and it needs some direction. And I can add to parts of that. Campaigning isn't necessarily calling hui and being there, it's about getting around and making sure you stay connected with the people that you've been connected with over your term in Parliament.
Parekura, are you the man to bring Māori back to the Labour Party?
I've been the man, I think, to hold Māori with the Labour Party. You know, the choice that they went away, if you read the party vote stats, we've always maintained double or treble of anybody else, and that's not easy to do. I think people, you know, the feel there's a lot of people coming back to the Labour Party who went, but they have choices, and you have to respect that.
Are you going to be the choice, though? Is Labour the choice for Māori now?
I'm more than certain they are, you know. When you've got 2 out of 4 of your people between 16 to 24, 25, not in work, not on any benefit, and not in education, you know, they've got to go somewhere. You've got things, you know, as crazy as a 90-day bill, all those things that are impeding a lot of our people's progress. You've got to go to where people will stick up for you. And I don't think this present government is doing that.
Parekura Horomia celebrated his 61st birthday last week. Next week, he could be celebrating Ikaro Rāwhiti victory.
Willie Jackson, a couple of strong candidates against Parekura, but do they have what it takes to topple him?
No, they don't. They're very good candidates, actually. They're both outstanding candidates. I've been impressed with both of them, but unfortunately for them, Parekura is the man in the area, no doubt about it. Every kaupapa going, every hui going, it seems Parekura's there. It might be the birthday, might be the wedding, whatever, and he's absolutely loved there. So the interesting part down there will be who comes second. Because when he goes, that seat's going to be up for grabs. Ngā Raihania, outstanding candidate. No doubt about that. He's really impressed, union leader in the past. And Tawhai McClatchy, you know, he's got the whakapapa, no doubt about it. And, you know, he's exciting and he's inspiring a lot of people. The race for second will be particularly interesting in Ikaro Rāwhiti.